Well, folks, it's happening again. President Trump just dropped a major hammer on Canada, slapping massive new tariffs on their steel and aluminum. Why? Well, because Ontario just hit the U.S. with a 25% tariff on electricity, heading to states like New York and Minnesota. And Trump, guys, he's not having it. In just a second, I'm going to show you exactly what he said, but trust me, this is classic Trump in action. Watch this.
This is Donald Trump's response now to the threat from Ontario, Canada yesterday. All right, here we go. Based on Ontario, Canada placing a 25% tariff on electricity coming into the United States, I've instructed my Secretary of Commerce to add an additional 25% tariff to 50% on all steel, aluminum coming into the U.S. from Canada, one of the highest tariffing nations anywhere in the world. This will go into effect tomorrow, he writes, tomorrow morning, March 12th. Now, there's more to it than what I read. It goes on for another couple paragraphs. One of the ministers in Ontario, Canada yesterday threatened states, I believe it was New York, Minnesota, and Michigan. They sell electricity, these three states, and he said, we're going to crank up the tariffs and everybody live in there. So this is Trump's response to his threat from yesterday. Meanwhile, you got Republicans on the Hill. They've got a huge vote later today on this continuing resolution, whether or not they keep the government open. They believe they have the votes. We'll see whether or not that happens later today. In addition, the Vice President, JD Vance, is also on the Hill. You know, part of the reason he was tabbed was to make sure that he's the mediator between the White House and the Capitol. So he's there as well. It's kind of like all hands on deck, right? And you got to think that Trump's working the phones like he did just about a week ago. So all that happening right now. Dana?
Okay, guys, first of all, do me a big favor and smash that like button if you support America standing up for itself in trade. Guys, it really helps the video reach more people, so I appreciate you. Now, let's break this down. Trump is hitting back hard. Ontario thought that they could push the U.S. around with a 25% electricity tariff. Trump is responding immediately, doubling down with a 50% tariff on steel and aluminum from Canada. This is exactly what we've seen from him before. He's not afraid to go toe-to-toe with foreign leaders when American interests are on the line. Now, why does this matter? Canada is one of our biggest trade partners, and Ontario specifically supplies electricity to states like New York, Minnesota, Michigan. If these tariffs escalate into a trade war, which maybe we're already there, how is it going to impact American businesses and workers? And are we looking at higher prices? Is Trump playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers? I don't know, guys. I don't know what's going on here, but let's look at the bigger picture. Maybe we zoom out a little bit. This isn't just about tariffs. While Trump is making moves on trade, Republicans are voting on a major spending bill to keep the government open. And guess who's on Capitol Hill right now? Yeah, Vice President JD Vance playing the role of mediator between Trump and Congress. Trump has always been a deal maker, guys. Could this be part of a larger strategy to pressure lawmakers into pushing through American first policies? Now, we've seen this before, guys, whether it was China, Mexico, NATO allies. Trump has always used tariffs and financial pressure as his go-to strategy when it comes to foreign affairs. The question is, does this tactic actually work long-term? Is Canada going to back down, or are they going to retaliate with even harsher measures? Now, guys, I want to hear from you. Do you think that Trump is making the right move here? Should the U.S. be taking an even tougher stance on trade, or do you think this is all going to backfire? What do you think? Drop your comments in the comments down below. And guys, if you're enjoying this kind of content, consider subscribing. Join the difference. Join the community, guys. Also, if you want to take it to that next level and support the channel, consider becoming a channel member. Your support helps me bring real news, real analysis, and a conservative perspective that the media is not going to show you. Guys, I couldn't do it without you. I appreciate everybody for watching. I'll see you in the next one.